Now, when I'm looking at a chart like this, the first thing that I want to ask myself is that where are sellers and where are buyers? So we can actually see on the left hand side where we have a massive huge push to the downside. We can actually see that sellers have been so strong, and then we also had a period where the market was sort of like in a consolidation kind of move. We were trying to reverse price at this moment, and we can see right at the bottom that we had a support zone right here, and sellers try to push price to the downside, and we can also see massive rejection candles and then a very strong leg out to the upside, which is in the form of an engulfing candle. Now, what is currently happening? So I can actually see that we have a supply level right here that we can maybe expect price to touch and possibly sell from, or we can actually see price maybe pushing through that price level before we can see price maybe pushing further to the upside. Then we can also see that we have a demand zone right at this price level or price zone, which is also a potential level as well. Now, let's look at what is happening right around here. Here I can actually see that we had a very strong resistance point 1 and 2, and then we see that each and every time we try to push price to the upside, sellers took over. We tried to push price up again, sellers took over before we could actually smash through this zone. Now, what could actually happen is, I'm thinking this could be a very strong level, because we can see that immediately after buying from right here, after breaking out of this zone, we actually retested and we are buying with a very strong engulfing candle. So what could be happening? We might see a retest again into the zone, maybe to the upside, or what could also happen is that we might see a bit of price action, maybe corrective price action, something like this, before we can actually buy to the upside. That's a potential trade. Again, what might happen as well is, I'm thinking if I'm to buy from this zone, the best thing that I want to do is, I'm trying to see price maybe coming further down to the downside, either to this price level or somewhere around here, and then maybe I can look to buy from this price zone. These are all possibilities. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that when I'm looking at price, I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm trying to read what is happening, and then also based off of my trade entry confirmations and also the patterns that I trade, I'm also looking at price. I'm not trying to know exactly what price is doing, but I'm trying to know exactly what price might do